Ever thought about running a nursery? A life under the sun amongst those flowers. Over the next 12 months, we'll show you the nursery year. The happy, sad, and depressed. We'll give it to you straight. I'm Malcolm Hopper. This is Eggleston Hall Gardens. So you want to run a nursery? We shall see.
I would like to point out it is the 10th of March and we are sitting outside for afternoon tea break.
Tiffin.
How about that?
Starlings used to swarm, you get a murmur of starlings, millions of them. Very often, when you were out with some of the older guys, they used to look at these flocks of starlings, and very often in the middle there was a white one. And they always used to shoot the white one. I have no idea why. And what reminded me of that is all these blue snowdrops. They could even be crocuses. These crocuses, that was a deliberate error. Just in the middle there is a white one. Isn't that wonderful? But I'm not inclined to shoot that, nor would I be inclined to shoot a starling. At the moment we're doing geraniums and some of the early bedding. They arrive from the growers. Most of it has plant breeders' rights in these trays, these cardboard boxes. They arrive in trays of 50, and Helen here is just moving them up. She likes jobs like this. You just go into automatic. I'm going to show you the speed at which this is done. If you've been doing it for 15 years, you know, some of the Ravensworth, they have a big machine that does this.
Put me out of the job.
Yeah, but they don't get that love, do they? You don't get the love. You don't get the love with a machine. Unless it's got 2 batteries in it. Keeping these proud of the compost keeps it drier. Would you say?
Yeah, so yeah.
You get lots of trouble with botrytis on them, so having the necks proud of the surrounding compost with geraniums just helps. You don't want blackleg. Right, this time of the year, March, is a good time to be cutting back your Cornus albas, the green stemmed forms, Stolonifera flavoromere, bloody silly name, and the Cornus alba. This is Cornus alba. There's other red stemmed ones like Western Burt, and it's quite simple. There we are, job done. Looks terrible, doesn't it? The customer now thinks he's getting bugger all plants, but the colour is in the 1-year-old growth. This lovely 1-year-old stems are what has the nice green colour. So we need to cut it right back so that the root produces plenty of young shoots throughout. This is another one. This is Kesselringii, and it has purple or black stems. Again, exactly the same process. You need to cut it back. Now, some people will say to you, oh, I cut half back one year and half back the other. that means you get, well, it's just a crock of crap. Now, this is Salix britsensis, the lovely ossia, or the golden willow. You can see this one has been stalled back. This is a very old clump. But again, all of this growth here, as I was explaining with the cornus, this is 1 year old shoots. This is where the colour is. If you leave it for 2 years, or you just leave half, you just get something that's half as good. The idea is to cut it right back. You need it to look like Desperate Dan's chin, or Thomas's bum. It needs to look sort of like little hairy things all over it. There you go. There's a much quicker way of doing this. I'll show you how. If only everything was as quick as that. It'd be bloody brilliant. Here, one of the good things about pruning willows, Thomas is just using a cane to poke some holes in the ground. And what we do, we just put our willow wands, the bits that have come off are just called wands. Just poke them in the ground. You can use willow up to 2 or 3 meters long. For those of you like me that work in imperial, that's about anywhere between 6 and 9 feet. And here are some of the green one, the Flavoromia. Again, it's the same process. Right the way back. You need, every year you need to do this, and you need to do it in March. It's no good waiting until the leaves are starting to break in April. Do it in March. And please do not do half of it. Now, I would tell you that if you stick some of these things in a bucket of water, they'll root. Because then I would be doing myself out of business then, wouldn't I?
I saw a raven plumage pale, I saw him drink the blood of the gale. Above Clackmore the gulls will wail, tonight the prophet gets paid. Ulick stone so high and wide, Odin's bars got it in its side. In Skarstavor they'll weep tonight. Tonight the prophet gets paid. And he who dances shall see him, and their lie will deceive him. For there are those who cannot see him. Tonight the prophet gets paid.
Now, how to create a stall. There's a joke in there somewhere. But the method is to grow one of these for 2, maybe 3, 4 years, and you end up with something like this. They are very, very quick growing. They've often used these willows in biomass experiments, and you can see this is quite an old stall. Tidy up any scraggy ends and you'll find that all the new shoots will come from somewhere around here. You will need to tidy it up a little bit, and then just every year you trim them right back. And if we just have one more look at the previous stall, you'll see what I mean. And we just keep cutting it back every March. It is such a delight. This is the top of the garden and it faces due west, so in the winter the evening sun shines directly onto this. It is the most beautiful sight. It is golden, it is gorgeous, and you don't need to let them get out of hand. The only time a willow will get out of hand if people are too lazy to get off their arse every March and trim it back. Look after it. It's a bit like a leyland hedge. There's nothing wrong with those if you look after them. So it will be interesting to see next winter exactly what our work looks like. If it looks rubbish, we'll show you. If it looks fantastic, we'll be doubly sure to show you. Won't we, Thomas?
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll show you our stool samples.
Good afternoon, John.
I see we've got some bees in one of the hives.
Yeah.
Have we?
We have indeed. The long one, the green one at the back.
Right.
Yes.
Well, let's go and have a look. Hives were brought over here from Plantsman's Corner. These were empty. Somebody's. We must have got somebody's colony.
Must have done.
They seem to have just found their way in. We do have a. You know, there's a viewing hatch in here.
Yes. Isn't that brilliant? I'm getting to work quickly.
Yeah, I'm going to get bloody stung in a minute because I'm not.
Back in, get out of there.
But it could be that they are from somebody else's, but they're robbing the old honey out.
Yeah.
Whether they're staying there is another matter. If this is to be somebody else's bees and they've been out foraging, the scouts have been out foraging, he'd have said, "Hey up boys, there's some old honey there." Then he's gone off back, right? And all his mates have come over. Now, if they swarm in the spring, somebody else's, they might swarm off and go straight in here.
Right.
Happy bloody good that would.
Yeah. Very good. Try to get stung and get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we used to kill the bullfinches, you know,
Yeah.
and jays. We used to have traps especially for them. Sparrows, bullfinches. And you know why they used to kill the sparrows? Because they used to make dust baths along the rows of vegetables. It was like a 16-acre veg garden. It's terrible, really.
Oh, don't do it now.
No.
Look after the little...
Very good job. Yeah, you can't pretend it didn't happen. It used to.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Really good. Now we need a little tit to come and make its nest.
Where is a couple of big uns put it up?
Pinus. It's a Pinus Thunbergii Sashiro. And this one is getting ready, it's getting to the size where it needs potting up. So the first thing I'll do here is just scrape all this rubbish off the top, all the weeds and everything. Doesn't really matter if you take any of the root, because it's got plenty left. Now, it's in a 7.5 litre pot, so it would be pretty pointless knocking that when it's that size into a 10 litre. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a good amount of compost to go into. So I'm going to knock it into one of these. It's a 32 by 26 size pot. It's about 15 to 20 litres. So I need to put some compost in the bottom first for the plant to sit on. Then I'll stick it in there like that. Then I just want to get some supplementary feed as well, just to make it burst out a little bit faster. Like that. So I'm putting about 22.5 grams on this plant, this side. Then I obviously want to just fill around the plant with compost. It'd be good if I actually had enough compost to finish it as well, I think. So we obviously want to get the compost into every little nook and crevice, so I've tamped it down now. I'm going to press quite a lot of the compost down into the plant. There we have it. So that's a plant gone from 7.5 to 15 litre pot, and that is going to last it the whole of this year and possibly next year as well. This is one that we've almost it was growing strange in the pot, so we've sort of accentuated it and sort of grown it as a large bonsai. It's a Pinus nigra called Black Prince, and as you can see why, because the buds are almost got black tints to them. And what I've done to accentuate the style that it is, I've put it into this sort of pot, which is ideal for bonsais because it's quite a flat, it's not a very tall pot, and as you can see the angle, and you can see it's almost been pruned in that manner. And really it's going to be mainly for display purposes. I mean, it's going to be priced if anyone wants it, but it's just there really for people to see what they can do with plants if they've got the time and the patience.
Stop. I like to bring... Pardon? That's disgusting. I like to bring to the attention of my customers how we are all being ripped off by these Weetabix company. Look at this. There is an alpine bar. Now I have these to sustain myself throughout the day growing plants for people. Look at this. Look at that. Look. I ain't even opened the bugger. There's nothing in it. Now there is an alpine bar, right? Alpen bar. And there's this fuck all in it. Look at that. Now, if you take that out of there, look. Eat healthy, they say. It's a load of bollocks. You eat healthy because there's nothing there to eat. Look at that. Look. Can you get that? Never mind. We'll try again. Now, that is half a bloody bar. That's why I have all that. Now, when you get to the box, It gets fucking worse. Look at this. Look. That's the box. You get 5 of them in there. Now the bloody phone's got. Look at that. 5 of them. That's what the size of the box ought to be. You get 5 of them in there. Look at that.
Yes, it is.
It's all thieving. Thieving they are. They're misleading. Look at that. Alpine. Load of bollocks. I'm finished now. I'll have me half a bar. That's why it's 70 calories. 70 calories in there, because there's no bloody bar there, is there?